Am I cooking tonight? No. Well, what it will be, it will either be a frozen pot pie, or there is lunch meat. She was showing me. She says, "Oh, we have this lunch meat that's here. You know, we've got the hard salami. You like that?" More likely than not, I'm probably going to order a pizza from a place, go over, sit and have a beer while they prepare it, and then take it home and eat it with the dog. It's probably going to be a takeout pizza, but yeah.
Yeah, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think that answer is why she's offering.
You know what's funny? In my household, it's just the opposite. Michael will be like, oh, you know, there's stuff in the fridge. I made some chicken. Okay, you know, because I get off work a little bit later. So I think it's just, you know, thinking ahead. Maybe she knows how you eat without her.
Well, that could very well be too. You know, that it's kind of like a train wreck. People treat their bodies like temples. Others treat their bodies like tents. And I definitely probably fit into that
like a tent
category.
Yeah, I mean, if my wife is gone, she might offer the same kind of thing. Like, I know what you're gonna do with me not here. You're either going to go to the grocery store and buy a frozen pizza,
right,
or order a pizza, and it's like, don't, just take care of yourself, please.
Well, right, yeah, so I was getting these different options, and I think, you know, she was very, very concerned about that. And it's like, okay, honey, I can handle it. So
it's a Jeff night.
It's a Jeff and Sasha night. It clearly comes from a good place. There was no doubt about that at all, but I'm kind of like, because in fairness, if the situation had been reversed, I wouldn't have worried that she was going to be able to find something good to eat. You know? Exactly. I'm going to the ball game. I'm going to get a hot dog. See you later.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So it's probably going to be the takeout pizza thing. I think that's
a good idea.
I haven't had one of those for a while.
That's not total. I mean, it's a little unhealthy, but you know, it's one night. One night.
Exactly. It's one night, and it's not like I just bought like I said, a dozen Pop-Tarts, and I'm having some Pop-Tarts and some cheese and stuff. Okay, I think maybe we'll go the pizza route. That'll work out. Okay. Then I am curious as to something that is in the news. You know, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she is the Republican congresswoman from Georgia she's been censored by the House, and she says stuff which is outlandish, but because she's a lightning rod, she gets more attention than she probably otherwise deserves. And what the interesting thing is, every time she says something outlandish, then every Republican gets contacted and asked how they feel about her, which is not, interestingly, again, it's the other side of the coin is when you have some Democrats who say outlandish things, it's not like people call up Tammy Baldwin and say, hey, did you hear what, Congresswoman so-and-so said? How do you feel about it? But that doesn't change the fact that Marjorie Taylor Greene has been known to say certain outlandish things. And if you are a regular listener of this program, you know one of the things I frequently say is that it doesn't matter whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or an independent, comparing something going on in the world currently to the Holocaust is almost 99.999% of the time, it's always going to be a bad idea. Saying, okay, this is what Hitler would have done, it's almost always going to be a bad idea because it fails to show an appreciation for how horrible the Holocaust was. And so I think you have to be really, really careful about throwing around the Holocaust or the Hitler analogies or things like that, because it always breaks down. But Marjorie Taylor Greene doesn't follow my advice. So she's got a controversy where she read about this supermarket in Tennessee that had a policy. Here's the supermarket's policy. What they're saying is that beginning, actually it was from last week, if the employee at the supermarket is vaccinated, right, they no longer have to wear a face mask. But they have to prove to their employer that they have in fact been vaccinated. So the deal is, if you choose not to get vaccinated, you still have to wear a face mask. But if you've been vaccinated, you don't have to wear the face mask. On top of that, they're also on your name badge. If you have been vaccinated, they put a little mark on you have a logo on your name badge that shows that you have been vaccinated. Now, for example, there might be some people who've been vaccinated but still choose to wear employees, but they still choose to wear the face mask anyways for whatever reason. if they've been vaccinated, they get the name back. They get the marking, the logo on their name back. So into this way, this Marjorie Taylor Greene, who says, she reads about the story, and she says, vaccinated employees get a vaccination logo, just like the Nazis forced Jewish people to wear a gold star. Right, well, and then this creates all sorts of controversy because it's just staggeringly dumb to try to, I think, to try to compare a policy that some grocery store has in Tennessee for identifying